Exploration is a thing of the past and it's a thing of the future. We are in the middle. We have fully explored the land, the world, but we still don't have the resources to properly explore outer space. We are essentially strapping bombs to the back of our rockets and flying out into deep space. And at some point in the future, we'll figure out a better, a more efficient, and a less violent way of getting to space. So we're essentially stuck here, but humans still have the need to explore. And video games have offered that. Actually, I think all media has offered that. Even books, comics, they have so much deep lore that people are like historians of the comic universe. And but I think games really pride themselves on this. You have huge open world games like the Horizon Zero Dawn, Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, literally anything Rockstar has ever made. But the thing is, you don't really ever have to explore. I mean, sure, that's a huge map, but the actual story is only going to happen in one place. And if you go anywhere else, you're not going to be playing the main game anymore, which is antithetic to the open world formula. I mean, it's an open world, whereas most games nowadays treat it more of as a background. You just walk across it to go to whatever next set piece the game has made for you. Outer Wilds isn't the first game to break free from these conventions. I mean, Breath of the Wild did something very similar. The entire open world was actually open, and the main game was everywhere around you, and it won Game of the Year. So they were probably doing something right. Now, what I like about Outer Wilds is how it merges narrative into its open world game. You see, open worlds usually have a lack of pacing because since it's an open world, you can't ever be sure of where the player is at a particular moment in time. If it's heavily scripted, you won't know if the player is feeling the way that the character is at that moment. But Outer Wilds does away with it by having a very simple story. You are an explorer, a kind of archaeologist. But this isn't boring real life exploration. This is fun, exciting. It's what you thought explorers did when you were a kid. In fact, a lot of this game will make you feel like a kid with its sense of wonder and excitement and the terror of going to a new place. Let me show you some of the planets in this weird solar system. The one that I'm going through right now is literally bigger on the inside. There is a comet that's flying over there. There's a planet with a black hole over there. And then there's a gas giant with huge tornadoes inside. And then there's the sun, which explodes every 22 minutes. And I'll talk more about the exploding sun and the time loop and other game mechanics in another video. But this is one of my favorite things about this game. It actually gives you a childlike sense of wonder that I don't think any other game has.